Hey, this is Dave from houseparents.com. Together with my brother Rich and son Caleb, we renovate houses and show you lots of ways to do jobs that save you a lot of money in the process. Today we're going to show you how to install the SimpliSafe Doorbell Pro. It's a video doorbell comparable to a lot of the others on the market, and we're going to show you all the features of this one and how easy it is to install. The tools we're going to need for this setup is a small screwdriver kit with needle nose pliers, a regular screwdriver, the small tiny Torx locking screwdriver that they give you in the kit, maybe a drill bit if we need to drill a new hole. We'll see how well the old doorbell lines up with the new one, and the drill, and that's about it. Alright, to get started, it comes in this little box. This is typically an add-on that you would buy separate from all the other systems. It has a white faceplate. This is the base plate, and those two screws there are what we're going to attach the wires to. It comes with an installation guide, but the thing I liked the best about this was this right here. It comes with its own screwdriver. The thing I like about this is they thought of providing you with a screwdriver, because when we get this all set up, there's a Torx bit, a small Torx bit screw at the bottom of this. This is how we'll lock it to the base plate itself, so that it doesn't come off easily. It's a kind of a safety screw. Also comes with a wedge if you need this for your siding, so that it sits flush rather than pointing up in the air, which is well thought out. You can get these in either white or black. We've chosen white for our setup. The SimpliCam Video Doorbell Pro uses two different sensors. One sensor identifies the heat signature of a person, and the other detects the human form. That way, when it's looking out and there's motion, say, on your street, it's not going to turn on every time a car goes by. It's looking for a human, and that's super good, so that you're not always recording or getting alerts of motion of things that you don't want to have notice of. So they've thought that out really well. It's got also really crisp night vision, so you're not going to be hampered at nighttime trying to use this. The camera itself has a 162-degree field of view. So 162 degrees is a very wide angle field of view, which is very helpful. And then right here, you've got your smart audio. You can talk two-way audio on your doorbell, so you can talk to whoever's out there. And then the doorbell will let you know if someone's out there, whether or not they ring the doorbell, which is also very helpful. Once we go ahead and mount the plate to the wall, we'll snap this piece onto the plate like so. We'll install that really small screw with this Torx screwdriver, and this is going to help lock that on. And you can see there that those tabs have now locked onto the back of this piece by tightening that screw. So very helpful. So let's go ahead and install this, and it shouldn't take any time at all. I needed a real small screwdriver to deal with this existing doorbell, so it's something to consider. Doorbells generally operate on low voltage, which makes it pretty nice. All right, now we take a more regular sized screwdriver and take those wires off the existing screws, so you don't have to worry about which post it came off of. Then now we'll get the SimpliCam doorbell. All right, first thing we want to do is feed these through this center hole, and then we want to feed the wires through and behind that existing screw. Gap behind that screw, and that's where we're gonna put it. And remember, these wires can go on either screw, one or the other. So it doesn't really matter, just whichever you choose. If you put it on the left side of the screw, once you start turning the screw, it will want to wrap around it as well. So we'll just get it started. Use these small pliers here, start it into a loop like that. And then that way we can now pull this down a bit, and it'll wrap around that screw. And so the white one's done, and now I'll do the same thing to the red one. We're going to feed it on the left side of the screw because the screws tighten clockwise, and now it'll make it easier to tighten around the screw shaft. So we'll put a little bend in it, pull it back down through. There we go. Now we can tighten it up. All right. So now the wires are connected. Now we just have to mount it to the existing siding. Looks like we can use one of the two existing holes. Well, I originally thought that those holes were going to line up, but they're not. So I'm going to create a new hole here. I'm going to create a new hole in the siding. There's one hole right there. I'm just going to add a new one. On the other side of this vinyl siding is typically plywood or chipboard, so that will work. And so after you put this plate in, the lion's share of the work is done. It's not a hard installation to do at all. I'm just looking for a snug fit, not anything crazy, ridiculous. All right, so now the plate's mounted. So now what we're gonna do is take the doorbell itself. We've already installed the tightening screw, the fastening screw. All right, so we're gonna put this on its base and then tighten the screw on the bottom.
Your camera is ready for setup. Follow the instructions in the SimpliSafe app to get started.
You can see it's already recognizing me. So we'll go ahead and tighten the screw in the bottom, which I showed you before, and this will lock it in place. And that white light that's blinking says, hey, it's ready and working, which is a good sign. Okay, that's good and tight. And so now we'll go to the app and get her set up. When you enter the SimpliSafe app, it starts you with this, and you put in your email and password and go ahead and log in. Once you're logged in, you'll end up, assuming all your information is correct, you'll end up at this screen, and this is where we'll start. All right, so we're going to go ahead and set up the doorbell. The doorbell is a camera, so down here in the bottom it says cameras. It says install camera. It says allow SimpliSafe to access your location while using the app. And then it says which camera are we installing, and for now we're going to do doorbell. Are you installing the doorbell at home? Yes. That's our Wi-Fi network. Next. And then we'll type the password. After typing in the password, it wants to know where the doorbell is. We'll do front door. Is the light flashing white? We'll go see. The light is flashing white. Yes, it is flashing white. Now we have to scan the QR code. So what I'm going to do is get the code and then scan it in front of the doorbell. And it says check your cameras on the front door preview. And there we go. And then there's a microphone and a record button on this as well. A live picture at the front door. And that's all there is to it. Press done. Well, that was pretty easy. I hope this video helps. If you got anything out of it, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for viewing, and we'll see you next time.